You know, when you feel like nothing is going the way that you planned it, maybe you have experienced a massive loss, or maybe you're feeling this great sadness and distance from your partner, or maybe you are just uncertain of your next career move, or maybe you are having to move countries unexpectedly and life just doesn't seem to be going the way that you are manifesting it. Whatever it is that's going on, it feels like everything in your current reality, in your physical reality, is working against you. You work so hard on creating a new story and sharing your new story. However, all you seem to see is constant evidence after evidence of your old story, of your old life. Unfair things happening to you. Maybe you are treated badly in your relationship. Maybe you don't end up getting the job offer that you want. Maybe you don't get the apartment that you want. When you are in this situation, it's easy to find yourself in a toxic and unhealthy relationship with your actual physical world that you are living in. And what happens is it manifests as hypervigilance. It's where you feel the need to react to every single little thing that is happening in your 3D, almost as if everything that is happening is your enemy because it does not align with your desired version of reality. Hypervigilance is a loss of trust in your 3D, in your reality, in yourself. So what happens is you become so focused on manifesting your desired reality that you develop this almost bizarre delusional state where you completely ignore your current circumstances and you don't deal with things head on. You are almost in denial about where you are. So when life does throw you an unexpected twist, like a breakup, moving new countries, anger or grief, you react with panic and confusion and defeat. And when you do that, that's actually going to deepen your disconnection from your desired version of reality. How you engage in your 3D is going to significantly impact and influence if you are able to actually relax and be in your effortless and relaxed feminine energy. If you are constantly trying to reject your current circumstances and you're developing this bold sense of delusion to your current circumstances, then you are missing out on a crucial part of your feminine energy, of your power that comes from within you. A woman who is in her secure and effortless feminine energy, you know, the woman who receives things effortlessly and gracefully and in abundance, she knows how to maintain this grounded connection in the spiritual realm and in the physical realm, the 3D world that she's living in. She doesn't ignore circumstances. No matter how bad those circumstances get, she allows herself to exist in those states of uncomfortableness comfortably. So if you want to know how you can do this when you feel like your life is crumbling, falling apart, your manifestations are not coming into fruition, you don't feel in your relaxed feminine energy, you want to know how to get there and get there quicker and get there effortlessly. Don't panic, stick around because it's all coming up right now. Hi, welcome back to The Vibration Vault. My name is Alia Zare. I help women all over the world navigate their love life in a more feminine way. So if that sounds like something that you want to do, make sure to subscribe to stick around. Okay, let's begin. So having a healthy relationship with the 3D means being present with what is. That means you're not hiding from your current circumstances. You're not denying their existence. Many women, me included, have been in those situations where we're like, this isn't my reality. But what that really is avoiding your true inner feelings. A woman in her true feminine energy is at peace and can process any emotion that she goes through, whether that be sad, whether it be happy, whether it be anger, whether it be grief. Because when you can process even the most difficult emotions head on and face it, that is where you get your power. That is where you get your strength. That is when people start to admire you. That is when people think, hold on a minute, she has a gift from God or the universe. How does she effortlessly persevere through any battle, any struggle, any pain, any hurt? When you disassociate and you become overly delusional, ignoring your problems, it creates this fear to your circumstances, to your 3D, and it attaches to them. And that is what obstructs genuine change. That's what's going to stunt your growth and stunt you from moving forward. Let me give you an example. You know, when you're doing your makeup, when you apply your concealer, when you apply your contour and you put some cream blush on, in that moment, you look at yourself in the mirror, and we can all agree we look a little bit scary. It's a bit alarming. If we were to go out in public like that, yeah, it would be scary. But what do? Do we run to the bathroom? Do we rinse it all off and get scared? Or do we sit in the uncomfortable state? Do we allow and accept this uncomfortable state and just know with time and a little bit of blending, a lot of blending, that it is going to give you this beautiful masterpiece? And is it not true that you can only get to that beautiful masterpiece once you have gone through those scary and difficult steps of applying the concealer, applying the contour, the cream brush, and looking a bit scary and feeling a bit afraid? It's like I said, it's about being uncomfortable and sitting in that uncomfortable state and trusting and knowing that these are the steps that are going to lead me to my beautiful dream life, dream relationship, dream destination. It's the same way that a woman in her feminine energy doesn't panic, doesn't get scared, doesn't let fear riddle her body and mind when her future looks in this moment to be very bleak, to be very uncertain, to not have all of the answers. You have to trust and believe blindly that God or the universe or a higher power, whatever you believe in, is always working in your favor. Going through those times of uncertainty where you don't really know what the outcome is going to be, you don't know what tomorrow is going to look like, those are the most exciting times of your life. Enjoy them, because that is when the most beautiful things are coming together. But you cannot see those beautiful things, or you cannot be there to witness the beautiful things, if you allow your mind and body to be riddled with fear and anxiety. You can control your destination. You can control what type of partner you end up with. You can control what type of job and career you will have. You can control all of these things, but you know what you can't control? How you are going to get there. Like I said earlier, life is going to throw you some ups and downs. Life is going to throw you some curveballs, but you know what you can do? You can completely control how you react to these curveballs and any other obstacles that you experience and go through along the way. And it all starts with shifting your perspective. Let me give you an example. So this is a very extreme example, but this is also a personal example, something that's happened to me in my life very recently. So 2 years ago, I lost a family member that was very close to me. It was my sister. She's 2 years older than myself. And a tragedy like that is obviously designed to break someone. It's designed to ruin them. It's designed to have them painted as a victim in every single room that they walk into, people feeling sorry for them. In that whole situation, that whole event, that tragedy, that happened in my life, I could have easily fallen into, my life is not fair. God doesn't love me. Everything is ruined. My plans are ruined. How will I ever get married? How will I not have my sister there? Who will guide me now forever? But in that moment, I chose to make a conscious decision. I never wanted to be perceived as a victim. I never wanted to have people feeling sorry for me. In fact, I asked myself this question: how lucky am I? And that was the perspective that favored me. I realized in that moment that I would be divinely protected always. Who else can say that their older sister, who has always guided them and always been their sounding board for any advice, can now be eternally guiding them and be their guiding light forever? Like, I am so incredibly lucky. I didn't allow myself to wallow in depression and wallow in these unfair thoughts. Instead, I said no. I know that God is always working in my favor. Maybe God has saved me from something I will never know about. Maybe God has saved her from something we will never know about. All I can say is I am so grateful and thank you. If this is what is meant to be, then this is part of my journey. It's part of my story. It's part of who I am now. And I'm going to take it and learn from it and let it build me, let it empower me, and not let it ruin me. Now, why am I sharing with you this story? Because if I can get through such a traumatic event, I believe in you. You can get through these down days. You can get through this uncertainty. There is a light and a lesson in every negative thing that happens to you. If you can just shift your perspective and think, oh my gosh, wow, curveball, didn't expect this to happen, but there must be a silver lining in here somewhere. Even if it doesn't make sense now, there must be. Always see yourself as the luckiest girl in the world, because I promise you, God and the universe is always protecting you and always looking out for you. When you trust that this unconditional, everlasting love from a higher power will always come and favor you, once I understood that concept, you don't know how many times that has saved me, time and time again. So this is what I want you to do. I want to challenge you to have a completely different relationship with your 3D. Accept your physical reality and those feelings and emotions that come with it. Reframe it in a more positive way so you don't fall into a victim mindset. The worst thing that you can do if you are looking to go into your feminine energy and enlighten and awaken this feminine energy from within you is fall into victim mode. Not everything is going to be butterflies and rainbows, okay? No matter how good life gets, there's always going to be some sort of hurdle that is uncertain. But just be neutral, just be trusting and ride it out. Find the joy in the lows. Find the joy in the journey. Your reality and the things that happen to you in your reality have no meaning. They have no meaning. You are the one that assigns meaning to the events that happen to you in your life. So let me give you an example. Let's say that you are just going through a breakup or you're going through a divorce and you are like, this is the worst breakup ever. This is the worst thing that could ever happen to me. This wasn't part of my plan. You are the one that's assigning it that meaning. Instead, you could flip the script and be like, this is the best day of my life. It's the first day of my life. It's a brand new beginning. How lucky am I? I have been given another chance to find my soulmate while I am still alive, while I still have the energy, while I still have love to give. How lucky are you? Now your position to others is a favorable position. People are probably sat there in an unhappy marriage thinking, wow, look, Bethany's got a lucky break there. Bethany's doing really well. Instead of being like, oh, poor Bethany, she's going through a crisis. Wouldn't want to be Bethany. And that's what a woman in her feminine energy does really, really well. It's always about shifting the perspective, even in the worst situations, and making it just the most beautiful experience, and making herself believe that she's the luckiest girl in the world. And then others believe that, wait, hold on a minute, you are the luckiest woman alive. So that is a wrap for today's episode. If you enjoyed today's episode, then please make sure to hit the thumbs up and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. So until next time, I love you. Bye.